Well, hello again, folks. It's John. I'm out in the shop today, and I'd like to show you a technique for making square mortises. Before we get too deep in the process, I'd just like to show why we're doing this. This is a sofa table design that Kevin did that I'm doing the build on. And on these curved front and back rails, there are shallow square mortises. This rail connects the front and back, so you have a rail here, a rail here. It actually does fit in a shallow mortise pocket to help align it. But then on the outside to secure it, we have two screws coming through, and instead of plugging those holes with round plugs trying to camouflage the screw locations, we are going to do square mortises with square end grain plugs to have the appearance of a through twin mortise design. A lot of times square mortise plugs, when I've done them in the past, they're on green and green pieces, so you're cutting them in mahogany. This particular piece we're doing the base out of ash, so it's a little bit different. And one thing that's challenging me is the dimensions called out are only 1/8 of an inch deep. So there's a little bit of a technique to cut that cleanly too that I want to show you. Let's give this a few more strikes, pound it a little deeper, and then I'll show you what it does. So this is the actual chisel. It's actually shaped a lot like a hollow mortise chisel. And this is made by Lee Valley. So this is the actual cutting head, and then they have a body that it screws on. This all came together, but of course the first thing I have to do is take it apart once I get it. So the concept is that you pre-drill a hole, and then you use this square chisel to cut the corners, if you would, and you end up with a really nice square mortise. If you don't pre-drill a hole, you have pretty much no place for the waste to go. So you could start this here, and it will actually delineate your square mortise, so you could do that to mark it out. But then I'd have to come in now and either, well, the easy way is to drill it out, but you could chisel that out as well to remove the material. On my scrap piece, of course, I grab pine, nice and soft, it'll go right through. What I'm working on is ash, so it's a little bit harder on my tooling. I actually don't want to get too aggressive with it and take the chance of breaking off one of these nice sharp little corners. But setting this up, you drill the hole, and then what I'm doing to align the tool perfectly over that hole is I'm using the actual drill bit to help with my setup. So drop the drill bit into the hole. This slides right over. Press the corners in. Pull the drill bit out. And the corners are sharp. I'm already bleeding. And now that I have it lined up, you can simply drive that in, and you have yet another square mortise started. Going to our next step, put the drill bit in, run the chisel down. Now, obviously, I could spin this any way I wanted. Let's say I want this perfectly squared up. I'm going to bring a square up, align the edge, and again, on this pine, it's soft enough that I can just push it, get it started. And as long as I don't disturb it while I'm pulling that drill bit out, now I'm lined up. And there you go. So now it's just a matter of fishing this material out. Usually I just take a small chisel and very carefully try to pop it out without basically bruising my edges to have a nice square mortise. Again, soft wood I have deep holes, so I have a lot of room for the material, that waste material, to go somewhere. So it's all chasing to the bottom of the hole. When I get over to the piece that I'm working on, take this out of the vise and I can show you maybe a little bit better. Here I'm just going 1/8 of an inch deep. So yes, I have pre-drilled with a brad point bit, but when I go to start pounding on this with that square chisel, there isn't a lot of room for any of this waste to go anywhere. And I can't go too deep on here because on the back side I've already mortised this out. So this is the pocket that that short rail will fit in, and then on the very opposite side, this is where the 2 screws are going to go in, and we have to put in those end grain square plugs. Now if I flip this over on this side, I've done a little bit more waste removal with this. And what I'm actually doing to clean this out is I'm using an 1/8 inch upcut spiral bit in my router to just try to get as much of that out of there as possible. So let's show that step. Before I get too far along in showing how to finish this off, I do want to show you the initial setup I had on this. So imagine these square corners haven't been cut out yet. All I have is the drilled out portion. It was just deep enough that you could get the drill bit to stand up in the hole. After I've punched this out, it's deformed all that material inside, so it'll no longer stand up. But when I first got started, let's pretend I had the drill bit in there. I got my chisel lined up. And then to make sure it was square to the board's edge, again, I brought in a square and got the edges of that parallel with that square. Now I need to do 2, so I need to go from this one to this one. So what I actually did was I left the square in place and clamped it across this surface, and that gave me a little more precise layout for where those mortises need to be. Now that they've been punched, I'm going to remove just the corners of this material with a chisel. See if okay. I think you can still see what's going on. So I removed just the waste of this, and I need to get to a depth of about 1/8 of an inch. I didn't go all the way down with my drill bit because I want to clean this out with my router. This is freehand, so you do have to kind of be careful, but the key is really don't migrate into the corners, and you should be in good shape. Now it's back to the chisel, and I just have a little bit of material to cut away. Here towards the sides, if you remember on our chisel, the corners really stick down, but then the sides are curved. So often you have to come in and trim right in the middle. But the nice thing is with that chisel, it gave me a nice crisp edge to define the mortise. And now all I have to do is come in and carefully clean out that material on the inside. So here I'm going to start with, just with hand pressure, cutting down through that end grain. Removing these chips carefully. And then the last little part would be just cleaning out oh, my arm's in the way, cleaning out the sides right there. And the other nice thing about a brad point bit, besides initially it gives you a flat bottom hole, is now I have the location for where to drill my screw hole, and it's countersink. So again, square mortises, if you have the right tool, they can go pretty fast.